Hope has returned for everyone who holds Pi coin. What we all wished for is now happening right before our eyes. What if I told you that HTX just confirmed they're ready to list Pi coin? What you need to know is that wealth is knocking at your door. All you have to do is open it using Pi Network. I'm Nathan as usual, and I'm about to reveal will change everything you think you know about Pi's current price. While everyone's watching Pi stuck at 70 cents, the biggest crypto exchanges are making moves behind the scenes that could trigger massive price action in just 3 to 4 days. Let's first greet and welcome you all to the channel where we bring you the real news about Pi Network that others won't tell you. If you're watching this, you're in exactly the right place at exactly the right time. Whether you're watching from the United States, Nigeria, Philippines, India, Brazil, Germany, or anywhere else, you can join our community by smash subscribe button and turn on notification for daily update. Also drop comment saying Pi Network to the moon along with your country to show the world the power of our unified Pi community. Let's now get started. Now here's the big question that's been driving everyone crazy. If HTX is ready to list Pi and major exchanges like Binance and Coinbase are preparing their next moves, why is the price still stuck between 70 and 80 cents? It's barely moved and everyone's frustrated. But what I'm about to explain will show you why this might be the most important setup we've seen in Pi's history. Let me break this down with facts, not hype. When we look at the KYB verified business list, we see the same 5 exchanges and 1 bank listed. But HTX has been tweeting multiple times about Pi coin, and sources confirm they're moving forward with listing preparations. The question isn't if, but when. Here's what most people don't understand about exchange listings. Everyone thinks if Pi gets listed on these big exchanges, it'll be a huge boost for price, and they're absolutely right. But the timing and access make all the difference. Let's start with the reality check about these exchanges. Binance is the #1 exchange globally. To give you perspective, Binance's daily trading volume is $12 billion. That's more than double Pi's total market cap of just $5 billion. Pi's own trading volume is barely above 100 million. So why are people saying a Coinbase listing might be even more beneficial than Binance? Here's the truth they don't want you to know. Binance is restricted in the United States. That means even if Pi gets listed there, American users still won't be able to buy or sell it. So despite being a top-tier listing, it won't benefit the massive US market. HTX has the same problem. They've mentioned multiple times on social media that they're planning to list Pi, but they also have restrictions in several countries, including the United States, China, Cuba, Iran, and North Korea. This is where Coinbase becomes the game changer. Unlike the others, Coinbase operates freely in the United States. American users can buy and sell crypto pairs, including Bitcoin and potentially Pi coin. This makes Coinbase access incredibly valuable for real price movement because the US crypto market represents enormous buying power. But here's the secret that separates successful traders from everyone else. Real changes in crypto don't always show up immediately in price charts. Listen carefully because this is crucial. In the crypto world, the actual change happens behind the scenes first. It builds up quietly, and when it finally reflects in the price chart, people act surprised. But the foundation was laid long ago by those who understood the signs. If you look at Pi's recent movement, it started at 73 cents, briefly touched 86 cents, and dropped back to 77 cents. Most people see this as boring sideways action, but smart money sees this as accumulation before a major breakout. The whales and institutions are positioning themselves while retail traders get impatient. When we check the KYB list right now, we don't see HTX, Kraken, or Coinbase listed yet. But here's the insider insight most people miss. When Coinbase appears on that list, do you think the price will start rising then? Absolutely not. It will already have risen before that announcement, because people with genuine information always move early based on such developments. This is why having authentic, timely information is like holding gold in your hands. With the right information at the right time, You'll know when to position yourself, when a coin will pump or dump, and you'll never make decisions blindly. This is the secret behind every successful crypto trader. They read the signs early, understand market mechanics deeply, and move before the crowd realizes what's happening. We have just 3 to 4 days left before the new month begins. In that new month, you'll likely see Pi listed on at least 3 major exchanges. After that, major price movement is expected. Now, this doesn't mean you should rush out and invest everything blindly. This is analysis based on solid developments, and I always make sure the information I share is completely authentic. Sometimes, the effect shows up immediately. Sometimes it's delayed. Those who act impulsively might suffer losses, but those who are patient and understand market dynamics, well, patience always pays off in crypto. The real market masters never let opportunities slip by. They're always thinking several moves ahead. Here's what makes this setup even more explosive. Pi's circulating supply is only 16 million coins. When major exchanges start providing easy access and demand increases from millions of new users, this limited supply creates tremendous price pressure. Basic economics tells us what happens when demand exceeds supply. The truth is, we're not just looking at exchange listings. We're looking at Pi coin gaining legitimacy and accessibility on a global scale. HTX ready to list, Binance and Coinbase preparing their moves, this represents Pi's transition from experimental to mainstream adoption. So there you have it, Pi pioneers. HTX is ready, the major exchanges are positioning themselves, and we could see official announcements within days. The question isn't whether this will impact Pi's price, it's how prepared you are for what comes next. This additional recovery option addresses critical accessibility and reliability concerns that have affected Pi network users. Email-based recovery is inherently simpler and more cost-effective for users compared to alternative methods, and it offers superior reliability since it operates independently of local telecommunications carriers and regional infrastructure limitations. This independence from local telecom services means that pioneers worldwide can access account recovery regardless of their geographic location or local service quality. The broader implications of this update extend beyond individual convenience. By ensuring that more pioneers can maintain consistent access to their accounts, this system strengthens overall network participation and community engagement. When pioneers know they can reliably recover their accounts if needed, they're more likely to remain active participants in the ecosystem, contribute to app usage, and maintain long-term engagement with the Pi network community. This account recovery enhancement demonstrates Pi Network's commitment to removing barriers that might prevent widespread adoption. The development team clearly understands that for Pi Network to achieve mainstream success, it must be accessible to regular users who expect reliable, straightforward account management. This update eliminates the fear of permanent account loss that has historically deterred some potential users from fully engaging with cryptocurrency platforms. When we step back and analyze these updates within the broader context of Pi Network's development trajectory, a clear strategic pattern emerges. We're witnessing the simultaneous strengthening of both ecosystem utility and infrastructure security. The combination of expanding app functionality and bulletproof account recovery creates the foundation necessary for mass adoption and mainstream acceptance. These developments signal that Pi Network is preparing for significantly increased user activity and ecosystem engagement. You don't invest resources in building robust app infrastructure and comprehensive security systems unless you're anticipating substantial growth in user base and transaction volume. The development team is clearly implementing scalable solutions that will support the network's evolution toward open mainnet status. The timing of these coordinated updates suggests strategic preparation for Pi Network's next major milestone. By simultaneously expanding utility options and securing user access, the platform is removing the two most significant barriers to mainstream cryptocurrency adoption: limited practical applications and account security concerns. This dual approach positions Pi Network to capture users who have been hesitant to engage with traditional cryptocurrency platforms. If this comprehensive analysis helped you understand the strategic significance of these Pi network developments, show your support by hitting that like button immediately. For pioneers who haven't subscribed yet, click that subscribe button and activate notifications, because I consistently deliver Pi network insights and analysis that you won't discover anywhere else in the community. Share your thoughts in the comments about which of these 5 new applications excites you most. Are you eager to try the Snake Game app? Or are you more interested in exploring the e-commerce platforms for real Pi transactions? Your engagement helps our entire community stay connected and informed. The structural elements surrounding Pi network add another layer of intrigue to this story. Approximately 60% of Pi's total supply remains under core team control, which means supply dynamics could shift dramatically based on strategic decisions from Pi network's leadership. Node concentration in Vietnam and evolving cryptocurrency regulations in that region have created ongoing discussions about network decentralization and long-term stability. Community concerns about transparency continue to surface, with prominent voices like Dr. Altcoin expressing skepticism about the Pi core team's responsiveness to community demands. He recently wrote on social media that he expects calculated moves from the core team designed to create illusions of progress while maintaining existing power structures. These concerns highlight the ongoing tension between Pi's revolutionary vision and traditional crypto community expectations. Despite these structural challenges, Kraken's decision to list Pi futures demonstrates that major institutional players see tremendous value proposition in Pi network's unique approach to cryptocurrency adoption. The fact that Pi achieved derivatives listing before major spot exchange listings is virtually unprecedented in crypto history, and suggests that traditional evaluation metrics may not fully capture Pi's disruptive potential. Heavy token unlock schedules represent another critical factor that could influence Pi's price trajectory following this Kraken announcement. Large holders gaining access to more coins on predetermined timelines creates potential sell pressure that must be absorbed by new demand entering through futures markets and existing spot exchanges. Regulatory clarity remains incomplete across multiple jurisdictions, which explains why top-tier spot exchanges like Binance and Coinbase maintain cautious approaches to Pi listings. However, Kraken's willingness to offer sophisticated derivatives products suggests growing institutional confidence in Pi's regulatory positioning and long-term viability. The convergence of these factors creates a fascinating setup for Pi Coin's next major price movement. Reduced trading volumes, institutional derivatives access, controlled supply dynamics, and growing mainstream awareness combine to create conditions that historically precede explosive rallies in cryptocurrency markets. What makes this moment even more compelling is the timing relative to broader cryptocurrency market cycles. As traditional markets show increasing volatility and inflation concerns persist globally, alternative stores of value like Pi Network gain additional appeal among both retail and institutional investors, seeking portfolio diversification opportunities. So what does all this mean for you as a Pi holder? This Kraken listing represents institutional validation that could catalyze the next major bull run. Professional traders now have sophisticated tools to amplify their Pi exposure, potentially driving significant capital inflows. However, remember that increased leverage also means increased volatility in both directions. What's your take on this groundbreaking Kraken announcement? Do you think this signals the beginning of Pi's next explosive rally? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, because I read every single response and love engaging with our incredible Pi community.